I always felt like I was meant for more than just a default life. But honestly, I never trusted myself enough to try. I'm 26 now, but I convinced myself that I peaked when I was 19 and traveling in college. I was living my best life, but deep down, I was unhappy. I felt like I was trying to mask a part of myself that didn't want to face who I really was, who didn't want to face what was going on inside my head. Because it turns out wherever you are, that's where you are. And I couldn't come to terms with the fact that I would always have to be with myself, no matter how many people I was surrounded with. I started getting into some bad habits of using substances to mask the pain that I was going through. Because I never allowed myself to actually show up authentically, I felt like I was living a performative life. And no matter how beautiful that performance was, it didn't feel like it was really mine. I was living in the moment, but I was afraid of the future because I didn't trust myself until I started reconnecting with myself. After college, I feel like my life kind of went to shit, and I felt like there was nothing I could do about it. I moved back home, I gained weight, and I didn't feel like I was really living. Honestly, I started getting sick of my own bullshit, and I knew it was time for a change. I felt like there was this huge gap between who I was day to day and the life that I could see for myself in my head. I made progress, but I wasn't leveling up to the degree that I knew I had potential to. And that's when I stumbled across Chloe's Instagram page. There was something about her energy and her trust in life that made me trust her, and that's why I decided to join Reconnect with myself. I saw that she was living fearlessly and decisively and with this perspective that I just didn't have. And I knew that the only way I could get that perspective was if I was held accountable. Working with Chloe gave me something I didn't even realize I was craving. Someone with no obligation to believe in me chose to believe in me anyway. And then getting to prove to both of us that that belief wasn't misplaced became my obsession. That is literally the whole game, and that's when my confidence cracked wide open. Because of the way she prompted me to think, I started noticing shifts really quickly. I was more decisive, I had a bigger picture view of my life just from the questions she asked. Questions like, what would you do if you knew that success was guaranteed in 6 months? Made my brain explode, honestly. I started listening to the podcasts that she recommended religiously, and my mindset just began to transform. I started calling myself out in the moment and reframing my negative limiting beliefs, and all the little tasks I had been avoiding, mentally and physically, started getting handled in the moment. One of the best parts of working with Chloe was that it was completely shame-free, but she still held me accountable. She didn't come in with judgment to my mess and my whole situation. She literally asked me how I wanted to be supported during this process and followed through exactly the way that I asked her to. Knowing that I could reach out to her with whatever, whenever, made it feel like I had a friend on FaceTime with me at all times, no matter what I was doing. I felt like I could do hard tasks and conquer bad moments because I could reach out to her and I could refer to all the materials that she provided. Reconnect with Yourself is a 90-day program, but I swear within 2 weeks I started obsessively keeping promises to myself and moving the needle on tasks that I had literally thought that I could never do, like starting a YouTube channel. Which is literally something I've been trying to do consistently for years. The video that's on the screen right now was one of 2 videos I made in 2024, and so far, during Reconnect with Myself, I have put out 35 episodes of a podcast. I've gained the confidence to be able to witness myself without judging myself, and that is something that I literally could not pay enough money for. So if you're ready to start stepping out of your comfort zone with someone holding your hand for support, I cannot recommend Chloe's program enough. It has changed my life, it has changed the way I see life. I'm not the person I was 90 days ago, and I am not the person that I will be in the next 90 days because of the shifts that Chloe has provided with me. It's not just about the video modules or the worksheets or the consistency compounders that she provides. It's about the trust. Like, knowing someone trusts you to be the best version of yourself is a really beautiful feeling. I feel more alive than I did when I was traveling around the world, and my life is so much simpler because Chloe has taught me how to live like less is more. Committing to myself for these 90 days has taught me that I can commit myself to myself for my entire life. I've never felt more connected with who I'm supposed to be, not just who I'm performing to be. If you want to feel like you're living with peace, balance, clarity, and a really regulated nervous system, I cannot recommend working with Chloe and Reconnect with Yourself enough.